I totally agree with you, and I think like your identity should come first, then your community, then your parents, then your spouse. Because if you don't know about yourself, how are you going to support your community? How are you going to support your spouse?
Yeah. And, I think that, it's very hard to believe because what I'm about to say next, it feels like such an outdated belief. But I think for as long as, I don't even know when it began, I think that it was always seen that having a daughter is a burden because you're going to get her married. The concept of dowry, she's going to get married. And I think back in the day, once you got married, you barely ever even saw your parents, so it was always the sons are going to support you, but your daughter isn't. And she's going to get married and go into her own house. So I feel like it's so hard to accept the fact that even till this day, people still feel this way. And like speaking on something personal, I do know that when I was born, there was like, disappointment within the family of like kuri hui, and I know that still happens to this day. Like if we have a son, we're gonna laddu vandane, and if you have a daughter, I think people don't hide their disappointment. So if that's how, I think that's a little bit of like where all of this comes from.
When you came to know about from your family that okay, you were told this, okay, oh my god, kuri paida ho gaya.
Yeah.
When you learned about this, how did you took it, and did it impact you in any way?
I think it definitely did. I think it made me realize that this is an issue in our community where people, have this preference and people are not afraid to vocalize that, and it makes you feel like, you were not wanted. But I think that it also motivated me to make sure that I prove myself. Think that the only way that people are going to really learn is, by you showing them. Of course, you can have conversations, and I think that something that's very, very important is to hold people accountable. I think it all starts within our families and within our communities. If someone makes a comment like that, to have a conversation with them and hold them accountable. I don't think that we should let these things, go, because this is not what we would want like our daughters to hear in the future.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I feel like at a certain point I did definitely have this conversation with my dad where I was like, I feel like I proved that kudiyan vi barabar hai and mundiyan to ghut nahi, and I don't think that we should, this is definitely like a way of thinking that should end with us.